with theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine.
Welcome to the Court of Justice.
The court is calling 2025 CR 002-899, State versus Richard Ibanz. Can I have parties announced?
Lawrence knows for the state.
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Ibanez.
Oh, Deputy Laura, could you move into the end? And are you Mr. Ibanez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
And probation, this is an application.
Okay.
And Mr. Ibanez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Okay. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ibanez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and cite it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
You're charged with theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to a $10,000 fine and up to 2 years in the state jail facility?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That is correct.
Mr. Ibanez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you have been represented?
Yes, yes, I am.
Did you understand if you were not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you could be deported, not allowed to re-enter into the United States and be denied naturalization?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication and they're taking in consideration 2025 CR 009645. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you can cross over.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna read
sure.
it again.
All right. You're welcome. Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, and no contact with Mary Escalona. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
Yes.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements
Yes.
and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If we may, Your Honor,
Anything you would say on behalf of your client?
respectfully requesting this court follow the negotiated plea bargain agreement, Judge. We know that there was an issue with the U-Haul. My client states that he had lent it out to another person who was supposed to have turned it in. That was probably ill-advised, not the best judgment to rely on someone to carry through his contractual obligation. Needless to say, the truck has been returned to U-Haul as per ADA Megan Galloway. So U-Haul did receive the truck, and don't believe there's a restitution amount now as to maybe some of the profits they may have lost out on not having usage of the truck, Judge. There was another case also associated with Mr. Ibanez. He came into court today to answer for the theft charge, and it seems there was a fraudulent use charge that was indicted. Client states that he unfortunately had to resort to dumpster diving to sustain himself. He's fallen on hard times, Judge, but he has indicated he does not have substance use issues or mental health issues. He's just monetarily struggling. We're respectfully asking if the court does follow the agreement that the $1,000 fine be probated, Your Honor. If the court sees fit to recall the warrant for the fraudulent use of possession of identifying information, we'd respectfully request that as well, Judge, please.
All right, and that case taken in consideration?
Yes, Your Honor. That's the
That's it, okay. So, are you employed?
No,
So how are you supporting yourself?
I'm diving and scavenging for everything that I possibly can,
Well,
just
do
to
you
eat, just to eat and
do you
survive.
have a place to live?
I'm working on
So where are you living?
it. I'll try.
Okay. So why did this come about,
You mean
the U-Haul incident?
just someone that I knew said that they needed to use one and borrow one, and I was renting actually from storage. I had a current storage at that time, and just she talked to me and kind of letting them, renting it for them, and next thing I know, I didn't even know. I was told that they returned it. It was returned with the keys and everything. And a year later, when I got arrested, so I really wasn't kind of aware of the situation had been. But I was under the assumed that it had been turned in, and that was the deal. I rented it for them, and that was it.
So do you have any family here?
I have a cousin here. That's where I have a mailing address too.
So where is your hometown?
Here.
No, I mean your hometown. Where were you born and raised?
Actually, what I mean, I spent a lot of time here. I have a lot of history here.
So is all of your family in Roswell?
My mom was in El Paso, and outside of El Paso, a little town called Van Horn.
Mhm.
And that's where my mom is, and that's pretty much all I have.
So is there anything here for you? Because I will tell you, being on probation is difficult or not. I can imagine it's extremely difficult if you don't have a support system and you're telling me you're living out of your vehicle. Maybe, you want to live where family are.
Been considering that. I moved back here from my daughters. And
Well, I asked you, who are your family here, and you didn't mention any daughters. So how old are they?
they're old. They're older. They're 18 and 28. But I mean, they don't talk to me anymore. I haven't really.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
You have
I've
to
been
know
trying-
why
I've
your
been trying to
children are
figure
not.
that out. Judge, I've asked them, and I haven't gotten any reason why.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you a good father to them?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your idea of a good father?
I raised them.
All right, so that's odd that they wouldn't talk to you.
That's why me and their mother don't talk very well. I'm not sure if it's, I haven't found a reason why. So cheap. I'm still trying to find that out. You're gonna get me emotional. I mean, it's just where I'm at.
So you're saying you raised them, but they won't talk to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, once we got a divorce and stuff, they weren't with her, but we were still in very good terms. When I was in the oil field working and stuff like that, I used to go to Paso and see them all the time. I worked to stay in their lives, you know what I mean? It just, at some certain point in time, they stopped talking to me, and I couldn't figure out why. I've always tried to be in their lives, but this time, my ex just kind of said that, you know.
Well, I
wasn't
will
gonna
tell
allow
you, you're gonna have to start taking a internal, evaluation of your life and find out whether or not being in San Antonio is best for you. If you decide that you want to leave to be near family, if you let probation know, we'll have to do a transfer of your probation to another place. You understand?
it.
All right. But in this court, you're going to have to get employed. You understand? Court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's $1,000 fine to be probated. Take in consideration 2025 CR 009645. The warrant should be recalled in that case. There's to be no contact with Mary Escalona. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And here's the thing, you're going to get drug tested.
Okay.
What are you going to be positive for?
Um,
Here's the thing, just be honest with me and tell me the truth.
personally,
All right.
I think,
So
I think,
see, and that's the reason why maybe your children don't have contact with you. So you gotta, here's the thing, when I have someone, sure, once in the blue moon, the person their family was horrible to them. Mother turned their children against them. But usually there are other things that are going on. So there's gonna be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna run a referral to felony drug court, and if you could coordinate
Yeah.
that and make sure that he does that, and that's gonna be
Will
done
do.
out of custody, and you need to make sure that you make that. If you do not, a warrant is gonna be issued for your arrest. You understand?
That sounds good, Your Honor. I'll coordinate with Sean with that as well.
When's the last time you used?
mm,
Tell the truth.
history.
Yesterday?
Well, Your Honor, I know where your concerns are. My concern is that, we're asking, the warrant be recalled and the like because my client's vehicle where he's living out of is parked right now. And if he does not answer for that, it's going to be towed and he's going to be in a mess of trouble. So I know that the court may have concerns about a tap, in custody, but.
Well,
if-
no, I'm thinking about felony drug court. So if you can do me a favor,
Okay.
before he's released today from this courtroom, if somebody can call felony drug court and see maybe if they could schedule an appointment for him
Sure.
tomorrow, or either he can stop over there today because he has
Okay.
his vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
I'll definitely reach out likely to Ms. Zamaron to see if those arrangements can be made, judges.
all right. So there's a referral to felony drug court out of custody, tap evaluation out of custody. And if not accepted to felony drug court, then he's to return back to court.
Okay.
And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else?
No.
And I'm sorry, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No,
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
yes,
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes, sir. No, thank you too, very much.
All right, you're welcome. We can go off the record. You're gonna have to make sure that you stay in touch with probation. If you think you're gonna use, you need to pick up the phone and call probation or call somebody. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm so sorry, probation, if you're at sober support meetings for him, and we'll start with 60 and 60 days, and then felony drug court will take over from there.
Yes, sir.
So when you leave here, I'm ordering that you do a sober support meeting today. You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case of Richard Ibanz unfolds as a tragic story of rock bottom. Charged with stealing a U-Haul truck, which he claims a friend failed to return, Ibanz appears before Judge Stephanie Boyd seeking deferred adjudication. His defense attorney paints a picture of a man down on his luck, resorting to dumpster diving to survive, with no substance abuse issues. Judge Boyd, however, immediately zeroes in on the instability of his life: no job, no stable home, and a fractured support system. The interrogation turns deeply personal when she asks about his family. Ibanz reveals he has 2 adult daughters who no longer speak to him, a fact that visibly confounds and emotionally affects him. Boyd expertly dissects this, challenging his self-assessment as a good father and implying his life choices have consequences far beyond the courtroom. The hearing's most devastating moment arrives when Judge Boyd orders a drug test. She looks him in the eye and demands, "When's the last time you used? Tell the truth." After a pause, he confesses, "Yesterday." In a powerful, destroying blow, Judge Boyd connects the dots. "See, and that's the reason why maybe your children don't have contact with you." Leveraging this raw confession, Judge Boyd structures a sentence that is both punitive and designed for rehabilitation. She grants the deferred adjudication but attaches strict, non-negotiable conditions: for years of probation, 200 hours of community service, a referral to Felony Drug Court, mandatory sobriety support meetings starting the very same day, and regular drug testing. She warns that his vehicle, also his home, will be towed if he fails to comply, leaving him utterly destitute. This is Judge Stephanie Boyd at her most authoritative, dismantling excuses and constructing a path to accountability with zero tolerance for failure.